Well, you go back to Justin Herbert. I had said during the year that he was a tough player to evaluate because you loved his physical and athletic ability. You loved the talent, but there was something missing. Was it the lack of great instincts, not throwing with great anticipation, whatever it was, there was something missing. Late in the year, though, he got it together, had some strong games. He ran the football really effectively in the Rose Bowl, beat Utah with all that defensive talent, even though he had 7 straight incompletions late third quarter into the fourth in that game. So it's still a little inconsistent, but Senior Bowl week helped him. Senior Bowl game helped him. Remember, Senior Bowl week, he outperformed Jordan Love in Mobile. In the combine, threw the ball well, pro day. He's done everything well there. It seems like he's thrived once he got away from that Oregon offense through the process, even getting better. So I look at Jordan Love as a guy who didn't have the year expected because the talent left him. But 4 games, he was less than 52%. 3 of those games was New Mexico, Colorado State, okay, who were a combined 6-18 this year. The other was Nevada. So you can't excuse away all that, but he did lose 9 starters, 5 top receiving entities, and Darwin Thompson, running back, who ends up with the Kansas City Chiefs in the draft last year. So there's a lot to like about both those guys. I just think Herbert, to me, has always been there, and I had Love in Mach 1.0. Todd didn't have him in Mach 2.0 at all in the first. Now he's jumped him way up there. So I think you look at where Love is right now, he's somewhere, I think, between 12 and 23. And like I said, I kind of regret not giving him to the Raiders at 12 the way it looks right now. But I have him at 23 to New England with Herbert at 6 to the Chargers.
All right, playing the role of Todd McShay today, our own Dan Orlovsky with the opposition. Dan?
Yeah, Mel, I wish I was as rich as McShay because I'd make the same bet that he did. I don't have the money to spend like him, though. Here's the analogy that I have for these two guys. I would be scared to death to draft Justin Herbert early, but if I could take your money and bet it on Jordan Love, I would, because my analogy with the houses is this with these two players. It's almost like real estate. Like Justin Herbert is the really good built home, looks the part, has got a bunch of upgrades, but you can't sell it. For some reason, it's just sitting on the market and you can't sell it. And you walk away from seeing the home every single time. You go, something's not right with that house. I don't know exactly what it is. And then Jordan Love is a house that's a little bit beat up, but it's in a great neighborhood, great location. It's got really good bones. And if you put some TLC into it, if you put some money into it, you walk away from that house going, man, if I invest something into that, that could be a dream home. And I think that's the difference between those guys for me is I did the Oregon-Arizona game 2 years ago when Arizona stunk on defense and Oregon went there and lost. And I'm doing the game going, Justin Herbert, take the football game over. Please take the football game over. It never happened. And so there's the biggest question I have with Justin Herbert aren't the throws that he does make. It's the throws that he doesn't make. And I feel like there's a level of cautious play there where Jordan Love has some mistakes. There's no doubt about it. And there's some rough stretches of tape. But then there's some stretches of tape where you go, if this guy cleans up his feet and gets some good coaching, there's some very unique talent there that you can unleash, and he could become a very, very special player.
Yeah, Dan, I'm not going to argue. I think they both have a lot of talent. I think that for Jordan Love, look at the schedule, though. The last 2 years, even Michigan State a couple of years ago, no touchdowns, 2 picks. They complete a high percentage of passes in that game. But this year, you go to the schedule and you look at the lack of talent around him. He still had a tight end that was pretty good running back. Some receivers that caught the ball. So I think you look at the talent, and he still had some struggles against opponents who weren't very good. And in Herbert's case, I'm with you. There was things that made you throws that left you scratching your head, some decisions, inconsistency. But I really believe this. Senior Bowl week in Mobile helped him immensely. When he was down there, he looked more comfortable. Players gravitated to him. He was making the throws. He was throwing with anticipation. The game, he was MVP, outperformed Jordan Love. I was at the Combine. I don't care about the Combine, but he threw the ball exceptionally well there. Pro day as well. So I think since the end of the season, guys, he has really done well. And I think for Jordan Love, I like him. I'm not going to say he's the next Patrick Mahomes like some have, but he deserves to be in that mid-first round discussion. I just think Herbert, at the end of the day, Dan, will go slightly higher than Jordan Love. Doesn't mean he'll be better, but I think come draft day, he'll go in that 6 range. I think Love, as I say, goes maybe 12 to 23.
All right, gentlemen, let me bring in Tim and Matt. Oh, go ahead, Dan.
No, Wendy, go. Take it.
Okay,
Bring in Tim
all right,
and Matt.
we got this. All right, Tim Hasselbeck, do you have a preference here?
Listen, I agree with both guys in terms of they've each shown some potential, but like there's also been enough to make you really apprehensive about either guy. I probably fall more along the side with Mel in that I think Herbert ends up getting drafted earlier. And I say that because at his size, his ability to throw the football is really rare. People fall in love with that. And while, when you watch the Oregon film, it gets at times boring watching him throw another screen at the line of scrimmage or throw a fake screen and then a rail route after it. I want to say it's gimmicky, but you're not seeing a lot of the same concepts that you're going to see often in the NFL. But then you also see a run against Wisconsin, actually 2 runs against Wisconsin, where you're like, wow, a guy that can throw it like that to make that type of run, there are tools to work with here. So I think that's how people are going to view Herbert, and I think that's why he probably gets drafted before Love. In terms of Love, I think there's just natural inaccuracies with how he plays that would make me nervous. Does he have some wild plays? Sure. I just don't get that excited watching him tear up Wake Forest when nearly everybody tore up Wake Forest. I think when you watch him play, there are a lot of mistakes. There are gimmies and layups that he misses that it's just hard to fix that from my experience. Guys that are naturally inaccurate, which I think that he has been, I think that's harder to change than other things about playing the quarterback position.
All right, Tim, let's switch gears here for just a minute. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Wendy, can I just come to the defense? He did not tear up Wake Forest. Wake Forest stopped them on a 2-minute drive last year. Can I just say one quick thing? Going back to the real estate thing. Location, location, location. Both these guys are talented. So much of the success of a young quarterback is where you get drafted, the coaching staff you get drafted to, the quarterback room that you get drafted to. I believe that Justin Herbert is the better of the 2 quarterbacks. I see him going to the Chargers, and I think that's a great fit for him. I think that's where he should hope to go.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.